The reason they call him a monster.
Well, it was very close. We did see there at a point. I was concerned that he hadn't got a teammate left, but Seb Van Mark, you know, he corrected the situation. He moved him up into a position where he was getting a little bit more shelter in the echelon, and that has saved Higuita for today, because now he's up there with the big favourites, and Nibali as well. You can see there he's just all the time floating around there in that good position, stay with the leading group, and when it really ups the pace, just to be in the right position. Experience, you know, he's got it, and he can do this in the side winds. He's able to mind himself and stay with the strong men out front.
Back on Nairo man watch. There is Nairo Quintana, still on his brother's bike. Left shoulder hurting. He's with a couple of riders there from Lotto Soudal and Sunweb. Interesting that it's not just Sam Bennett as a sprinter who's missed the front again. Caleb Ewan for the second day in succession, not near the front. For the sprinters, well, Ackerman in second position, he'll be licking his lips, as will Peter Sagan, but they've still got a job to do for the yellow jersey, and that might please the likes of Giacomo Nizzolo behind. Not having to work at the front, being pulled along, maybe being able to save something for the sprint. 16 seconds back, Elia Viviani's in this group. There's Oliver Naassen towards the back as well. Next change of direction. Still open roads. Say hat off to the parkour designers today. Well done, Paris-Nice. A few years running now that they have produced the right route, that if the conditions allow, will produce this sort of racing. The identity of this race being respected brilliantly in the last few years. And the conditions playing ball. Now just keep your eye on Nizzolo there on the right hand side for NTT. Down the years, that team NTT, what was Dimension Data, has never won a stage at Paris-Nice. Today wouldn't be a bad day to start. There he is. Now looking back, Quintana with Alaphilippe still. It's 1 minute 20 and they're losing time all the time.
Yes, and we can see Group 2 as well. It was 10, 12 seconds at a time. Now it's at 17 seconds. And they're still, you know, riding quite strong in that chasing group. We can see Cofidis as well is, you know, putting a man in there, trying to keep the pace there for Viviani. So, but it's going to, looking like it's going to be a difficult one again. So 17 seconds, 18 seconds, just another 5 kilometers to go. Difficult to see that second group making it back in with the leaders on the road.
5 kilometers remain on our way to Chalette-sur-Loing. Last place in France, apparently, where they still make bike tyres. Huge rubber factory around which this town was built. Just on the outskirts of Montargis, where we've been a few times with Paris-Nice down the years. Just over 4Ks and 17 seconds remain the gap. You're looking back there to Julien Alaphilippe, to Nairo Quintana, to the casualties of the day. At the front, the winners. But we've yet to find out who's going to be the stage winner. This is the world champion who's had a brilliant day so far today, Mads Pedersen. Second group now in your picture, including Romain Bardet, Thibaut Pinot. And group 3 at 1 minute and 21 back. Alaphilippe, Quintana and the rest. It's been another crosswind dominated day. Another day where the general classification list gets ripped up in front of our very eyes. And there's still time for all the numbers to change. There's still time for a stage to be won. Stage 2 is going to be won, I think, by somebody from this group at the front. 18 seconds to group 2. 3.5 kilometers remain. And those who've braved decree, weather, and just about everything to get to the side of the road get a brief glimpse of their heroes. The group you're watching on the picture is Group 2. And a look up the road. Oh, it's away still to the front, and Romain Bardet wants help. Oliver Naassen out of gas, even he's struggling to close the gap, Sean.
Yes, we can see there 3 riders from AG2 or Le Mondial just on the very end of that group, but looks like they're all starting to suffer big time, and we can see Bardet, he wants them to just, you know, give it everything here in this final 3 kilometers. An interesting one here. We did hear from Pascal Ackermann yesterday when he wasn't in a position to have a challenge for the stage. He just said he rode and take it easy, thinking of today. Also Pedersen, another one who was a long ways down yesterday, but they are the guys who are very much at the fore in this final today.
At the front again, they continue to push on. Vincenzo Nibali there trying to make the difference as well. He's been so stealthy, we've hardly seen him all day. But every time we have seen him, he's popped up in the right positions. The mark of a veteran, the mark of a classy bike rider.
Well, that's the talent you've got. You can be there in the top 10, 15 riders, top 20 riders all the time. When we see the front shots of the main peloton, you never see their nose. But when it comes to the important time, well, then they appear, and that's what you call experience.
Schachmann desperately trying to eke out every single second. There's a little bit of a danger that they all start to attack each other here, maybe, and the cohesion of the group behind, keeping the distance to the group behind, could be in danger. Niels Pollitt was just losing the wheel, but he makes it back on at the base of your shot now in the white and light blue. Sergio Higuita as well has to be careful. Now Schachmann will ride here, and this is where maybe Bora Hansgrohe's attention might turn to Pascal Ackermann or Peter Sagan having a go. There is Mads Pedersen. He's done his job. He's dropped for the day. Vincenzo Nibali and Jasper Stuyven are on their own. Well played. One of the men of the match today. Here is Schachmann. 22 seconds. Stuyven, look out for him. Remember, winner of Omloop et Nieuwsblad. There he is, third wheel on the right. Higuita, once again, just in danger of losing out at the back. Nibali is riding for every little bit of time that he can here, and of course knowing that he has his teammate behind who could well win the stage. Jasper Stuyven would be one of the favourites in this group. All depends on, as you were saying, Sean, what's Ackermann got left in the tank. You said he'd rested up yesterday, but he has been riding a lot today.
Yes, he has been riding, but I think everybody in the front did quite a bit of riding, because when you're in the extra run, you have to ride through, otherwise you find yourself being pushed back in the group, and then you're suddenly on the side in the wind. So the best thing to do is to ride with everybody. So I think, most of the riders up here has been doing quite a lot, and Ackermann, you would think, if it comes down to a sprint, with Sagan here as well, that experience, I think he will be taken to a position where it's going to be difficult to see him getting beaten.
Inside the final kilometre, in the way to Chalette-sur-Loing. 18 seconds, 20 seconds now for the front group. A minute and 25 seconds to Quintana, Alaphilippe and company. In Group 2 on your picture, Pinot and Bardet, who thought they were in with a shout of taking loads of time back today, are penalised as it stands by around 20 seconds. Look out for Sagan, look out for Ackermann, left-hand side as we look at it now. And look out too for Nizzolo in the blue and black. A real opportunity now. Jasper Stuyven might fancy his chances as well. He's now moving up through the centre as Nibali looks just to hang on to the group at the back and finish on the same time. Same for Higuita as well. Inside the final few hundred metres now. Look at Pollitt, 1-3-1 on the left-hand side in the blue and white. He's moving up. It's Sagan leading out. It's Ackermann going through the centre now. Ackermann launches his sprint in the green and black on the right-hand side, but Nizzolo's hit in the front through the centre. Nizzolo's there. Ackermann's there. Ackermann's running out of gas. It's Giacomo Nizzolo all the way. Wow, what a win for the Italian. Perfectly timed for Giacomo Nizzolo. Second win of the season, and it's the first ever Paris-Nice stage win for Team NTT. In the second group, it looks as though it's Elia Viviani who'll be up there with Valsheid, and NTT win both bronze sprints. A perfect day for the team from South Africa. And Giacomo Nizzolo produces a moment of wonder. Ackermann given the lead out by none other than Peter Sagan, running out of legs. Fourth group already crosses the line. That was Dylan Teuns losing around 35 to 40 seconds. The man winning on day 2 is the reborn, rejuvenated Giacomo Nizzolo. And here we are, a minute and a bit down. Nairo Quintana, Julian Alaphilippe, and the clock continues to tick. All of that hard work undone. All of yesterday's success thrown away, and it's back to the drawing board at Paris-Nice for Quintana for Alaphilippe. They're going to finish a minute and 25 seconds worse off. Giacomo Nizzolo wins the stage. GC winners of the day are Nibali, Schachmann and Higuita. Sean, it was Sagan who led out, Pollitt who gave a go, Nizzolo who kept his cool.
Yes, well, we can see here that Sagan just takes it up here and starts to wind it up for Ackermann, but again, you have to be careful here not to drop him off too early. And but we could see there he was being pushed again by the rider from the Israel team, and Ackermann takes it up, but suddenly he starts to run out of legs in the final meters as Nizzolo just comes very strong. And yes, positionally he was perfect, but looked to be the strongest. And early season, you just never know how good you're going to be in the end. You feel good 400 meters on the finish, but when you wind up the sprint, it can just start to hit you in the final 100 meters.
23rd victory in the career of Giacomo Nizzolo, and save for the Italian National Championship, that is his biggest ever career success. A man on the up, a man taking the win. Giacomo Nizzolo, NTT's new sprint star. Nizzolo wins in Chalette-sur-Loing. We're off for a very quick break. Back in a moment to cross the T's and dot the I's. Welcome back, and victory for Giacomo Nizzolo, the man from NTT, who've made a very good start to the season, picking up, apart from that national championship one in Italy, probably the best success of his career. He's beaten Sagan, Ackermann, Stuyven, and he's won a very, very hard-fought second stage of a hugely entertaining Paris-Nice. Schachmann remains the leader, 15 seconds ahead of Nizzolo now, 21 to Stuyven. Super stuff from the German. His team rode very well all day. They had their stage win yesterday. Today, though, it was NTT who picked up their first ever Paris-Nice stage win.